Greetings, my dark folk. I would like to discuss some of the results I've had since doing my rededication ritual on March 14th. One thing, I've gotten less stressed out. I had been getting very, very stressed out because things wasn't going right no matter what I'd done. So yeah, that's been a big improvement in my life. Since then, I've done something I haven't never done, which is when I lay down and go sleep. Before my eyes even shut, I start talking to Satan. Uh, like I said, I believe, and I promote through Children Night Vampire Society, YouTube, and TikTok, that Satan is a force. He's not just some mindless force, he is a sentient force. I mean, he is self-aware, he has his own will, he's aware of us, our wants, needs, and problems and issues. So, with the exception of a few times since then, I've not failed to talk to him when I go to sleep. Now, as far as rituals go, I will be doing my rituals on Friday night. And last Friday, I done a ritual, and I decided I wanted to start really cleaning my life up as far as obstacles. I mean, there are obstacles that you need in life to overcome, to learn things, and to grow stronger. And then there is obstacles that are in your life that are just meaningless impediments that do nothing but set you back or stagnate you. So, during a ritual, I asked Satan to help me remove the obstacles from my life that are meaningless and just lead to nothing but meaningless problems and stagnation. And while I'm talking, I remember my ex-friend. I haven't been friends with him for a little over a year. And how he bragged, and I mean literally bragged, after I come back here to Louisiana, to my hometown, on the last day of August 2021. I'd been gone since August 2017. He bragged when he finally seen me. He seen me about 2 weeks later in September, and he's like bragging. Oh, I got something to tell you. I got something to tell you. I got something to tell you. As we walk from his house, from the store, when I run into him at. So we went back over there, and he's like, we're sitting on the back porch. He's getting drunk. He's like, I'm going to tell you this. Go ahead. I said, I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. I said, okay, go ahead. He goes, now don't be mad at me. You promise you won't be mad? I said, no, we're mad at you. He says, I put a spell on you to bring you back over here. I got to missing you, hang out with you and talking to you. Turns out, while I was over in Texas, he had sobered up for a little while, just low enough to get himself into witchcraft and throw a very effective spell on me, as well as curse a few other people and cause things happen in their life. And I looked back immediately. Was some stuff that went on in my life while I was over in Texas. I started getting aggravated, mad, stressed out for no reason. I could walk right down the highway. I was about 2 miles away from my work, so I'd walk down there. I'd be doing good until I walked right through this door of the place, and I'd get aggravated and frustrated. And I'd get to feeling better after I got out of the place. Then it got to where I could walk home, be doing good, walk through the front door of my place, and get aggravated. And I start wanting to come back to this hellhole of a town. And I catch myself, why am I wanting to go back there when I know I don't like it? I hate that place. And it's just something, a cycle that repeated over and over and over. And it started about 2019 or so. Finally, when COVID hit, it was in August of 2021 when I caught it, and everything really went to hell. Proverbially. Lost my apartment I was staying in because of the people there. They stabbed me in the back. When I went to find a place, they was going to find a place for all of us. They decided that they didn't want me there, so hey, they just got a 2-room apartment, one for them and their kids. I got stuck on the street, and ended up having to come back over here. And that's how I found out he put a spell on me. And then, as far as putting a spell on people, there were several people didn't know he told me that he put spells on people. And these were people that he had put spells on. Oh, yeah, he told me he was going to put a spell on me. And there wasn't, one guy told me it wasn't 5 days after he told him that he's going to put a spell on him because they got into it about something. The guy's driving to work in his boss's work truck, and there's a tree limb out in the road, and he didn't see it. It was early in the morning, and runs into it. So, but fortunately, he sunk back into alcohol, and I looked at it now that he didn't have real power. No, not something that a person that practices witchcraft really usually generally has. He has been hitting or miss. I mean, he's aimed it at people since I've been back here, and he got one hit. Everybody else he's aimed at, nothing has ever happened to. So I realized that he's not really skilled at it, so he doesn't really have that kind of power. He's just generally a hit or miss type person. Hey, you got those type of people. And anyway, sorry about rambling, but last Friday I was doing ritual. When I asked for all the obstacles in my life that are nothing but stumbling blocks that don't need to be there, because I'm not going to learn nothing from them other than just be aggravated to be removed from my life. I thought of him. I was like, so I threw his name out there and what he's done on it, and said I wanted him, while talking to Satan during ritual, that I wanted him gone. I wanted him completely, even though I wasn't friends with him no more, I wanted him completely out of my life, meaning in a position where he could not throw a single curse at me or anybody else, and just put him somewhere where he can't do anything. I want him completely out of my life, because he's nothing but a stumbling block, an obstacle that had no meaning in my life. I mean, there's nothing dealing with him I could learn, because I've already dealt with people like him before. You know, just obnoxious, rude, ill-mannered, crude, just wanting to make your life miserable. I've dealt with people like that, so I've learned to get people like that out of my life permanently. So he was basically proving nothing but a nuisance, really. And I knew that no matter what I do in life, as long as he was somewhere where he could grab candles and incense and start throwing spells, he'd be a nuisance. So I wanted him gone. All right, that was Friday the 21st when I done that. Today's the 28th. I got up yesterday, went uptown to go for a walk. Somebody spotted me, yelled at me, called me over, and, hey, I got something to ask you. I was like, well, ask away. They were like, have you heard about him? I said, no, I haven't heard nothing about him. I don't talk to him no more. You know that. And they said, well, he's in jail. He got locked up yesterday morning. And looked it up, back up, showed me what he was in jail for. We talked a little bit, and they decided to look it up, what the sentence would be. All right, well, he'll face a felony, and he'll face about a $5,000 fine, or a minimum of 6 months in prison, or both a $5,000 fine and a minimum of 6 months in prison. So where he disrupted my life, and I'm still trying to put it back together through his use of the occult and magic, spells, casting, I've totally screwed his up in such a way that he will never, ever recoup from that. He's already got a bad rap in town, but now he's got a really bad name, and ain't nobody gonna really want to have anything to do with it now because of this. So that is some of the results I've got. Another result I've got is just feel better about myself. I feel more like I'm capable of doing stuff in life. So if you're wondering, if you're sitting up there, you're following these beliefs, LaVeyan Satanism stuff, and you are wondering, and you believe Satan, what LaVey said in the Satanic Bible about Satan being a force that's in nature, and you're wondering if you would sit down and go talk to Satan, that you'll get heard and you'll get results. Oh yeah, you'll get heard and you will get results. You may not get them as fast as I've got them, but you will get results. Remember, if you got a copy of Satanic Bible, page 62. It says right here, most Satanists do not accept Satan as an anthropomorphic being with cloven hooves, a barbed tail, and horns. He merely represents a force. The powers of darkness which have been named just that because no religion has taken these forces out of the darkness, nor has science been able to apply technical terminology to this force. It is an untapped reservoir that few can make use of because they lack the ability to use a tool without having to first break down and label all the parts which make it run. Now, that's what Barton H. Wolf says about Satan. And this is the second edition of the Satanic Bible. All right. It says right here, in LaVey's view, the devil was not that, what the Templars, Knights Templars and such view him as, and was an anthropomorphic being. All right. In LaVey's view, the devil was not that, but rather a dark hidden force in nature responsible for the workings of earthly affairs, a force for which neither science nor religion had any explanation. LaVey's Satan is the spirit of progress, the inspirer of all great movements that contribute to the development of civilization and the advancement of mankind. He is the spirit that the spirit of revolt that leads to freedom, the embodiment of all hearsays that liberate. So if we look at what LaVey said within the Satanic Bible, you can look at it from a pantheistic point of view, which is that Satan is a force that permeates all things, even this altar here, even this watch, even this hoodie. But at the same time, a person can have an just from what he said in there about not all Satanists see Satan as an anthropomorphic figure. Well, you can see it, but here's the thing. Satan is a force, but he's also anthropomorphic, which is why the Children of the Night Vampire Society promotes LaVeyan Satanism with a pantheistic theist point of view, because we do see him as being anthropomorphic according to his own will. If he wants to appear as an anthropomorphic being, he can and will, but it's not at our humble request. With that being said, I just wanted to give you this update on things that are going on in my life since the rededication ritual I did. With that, I bid you a good day or good night, depending on where you're at in the world, and hail Satan.